Greetings, my fellow travelers, and welcome to Spirit Therapy. My name is Nicole, and here we are doing a series of talks about different topics of spirit therapy and tools, tips and tools for your life to create it how you want. So today we're going to talk about manifestation, and just so you know, if you hear the playground outside or the traffic, it's the loud part of the day, and it's an unprecedented 50 degrees outside in February. So I think it's probably a manifestation of many New Yorkers that we just want to see the sun and we just want to feel the warmth. And so here we have it. So the children are all about it. So if you're screaming, that's what's going on. So let's talk about manifestation. It's a large topic, but let's start with, what do I mean by manifestation? What is manifestation? Manifestation is based on the law of attraction, which is what is likened unto itself is drawn, which in plain speak means whatever you're thinking about and feeling about most, the majority of the time, is what is going to come to you in your reality and in your life, therefore. So, many of us don't realize that we create our own reality and we are constantly manifesting. If you don't realize that you're constantly manifesting, you're still manifesting. You're just manifesting by default, which means things happen willy-nilly. Whatever you're thinking is what's happening, but there's not a clear stream as to what's going on. So there's no focus on what is wanted, and therefore all different kinds of things are manifesting. So it's funny, many New Yorkers, I'm sure, including myself, we complain about the sirens, which is probably helping to manifest more sirens in our life. And that's where the universe doesn't discriminate. It brings us whatever it is that we are most often focused on and feeling things about. So because it thinks that we want it. You're looking at this, you're thinking about this, you're feeling something very, feelings, that's really what the universe hears, is feelings, not words. We use the words to interpret what it is we're feeling and where these feelings are coming from. But the universe and the laws of attraction and manifestation and the whole grid of the matrix responds to our vibration, which it hears through our emotions, and our emotions are based on what we're thinking, or we're feeling something, and then we start thinking something, so we're filling in all the blanks. But that's our thing, the thinking. The feeling is what's getting broadcasted. So there's manifestation 101. So once you accept, because, if you're really going to get anywhere, you kind of have to accept that you create your own reality, then you realize that you are manifesting your own reality. So that brings you to think about, well, what am I thinking about and what am I feeling? So that's a whole world, and enjoy your exploration if this is new for you. If it's not new for you, you're like, well, I know that, so now, but what do I do about it? What's the fine nuances? That's what I always want to know. What do you do? How does it work? So here's one tip. We'll continue this conversation later, but here's the first tip to put into action until we discuss again and see what happens in your life. These things right now, especially manifestation, comes very, very quickly. So whatever you try, if you're paying attention, you will see what happens. So the tip is to focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. Sounds simple, sounds obvious, but yet so many times we know what we want because we're living in or have manifested or has been brought into our life what we don't want. So we're looking at what we don't want, and usually that is where our focus is. The buck stops there. We start thinking about what we don't want, and we start thinking about how to fix it, and all these things that, as the spirit therapist, I think is a natural, normal way for a human brain to process a situation where you're looking at what you don't want. Because we're fixers and we're creators of worlds, so it's our natural instinct to see what we can do about this, because we know that it's not right for whatever reason. That's good, but the longer we spend looking at that thing that we don't want and feeling things about the thing we don't want and complaining about the thing that we don't want and rehashing, this constant turning of the same circle, we are generating manifestational powers towards the very thing that we don't want. So this is where not manifesting by default, being an intentional creator, is when you realize, okay, I've spent a long time, or whenever you wake up to going, wow, I am so focused on what I don't want. The second you start to think, well, what is it that I do want? Your boat stops rowing upstream, paddle, 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 paddle. I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. It's funny from the outside, but it's funny because it's true. When the minute you stop doing that and you go, okay, well, what would I actually want? Your boat starts to turn. You've stopped going in the wrong direction, and you've started to turn towards what it is that you truly want, which is your stream, which is your flow, which is your personal life guidance, which is your life journey. And you want that thing because your soul knows it's the right thing, which means a big part of you knows it's the right thing. So everything starts flowing in the right direction just in that second of thinking about what you want instead of what you don't want. Isn't that amazing? So, if you can, whenever and as soon as possible, you see yourself rehashing and rolling in something that you just do not want, and it's like a broken record in your head, the faster you can realize, okay, I'm focused on what I don't want, let me focus on what I do want, is the faster that you will start to manifest what it is that you do truly want. And the longer you stay on the wanted instead of unwanted, the more momentum you gain in the wanted. And the stronger your signal is towards the wanted. And it's funny, we think, the universe is just going to stream it in. No, apparently the universe and all your guides and everything that is looking out for you all the time, including you, bigger, higher, cosmic you, any inkling of opening that we give where we're not like, no, don't give me what I want because I'm focused on what I don't want. Anytime we give a little window of opportunity, the universe is going to flood us with exactly what we want. Here, take it. So it's really behind us. That's why everything points towards the light. We're not telling you what to do. You can choose what you want, dark or light, but the light and what you want and what feels good and helping others, which is also helping yourself, is the right way. Cat's out of the bag. The light is always supported. So When you align with your own light and you align with your own bliss and you align with what it is that you are wanting to manifest in your life, it starts to happen. And then it happens more. And the more you acknowledge it, the more it comes. And I will leave you with that. And then we will continue with round 2. So thank you for joining me. If you would like to talk more about this personally, you can contact me at spirittherapy.nyc. And yeah, so good luck and Godspeed. And thank you so much for listening. And thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. Community. Aquarius. Go team. All right. Talk to you soon.